You may be asking yourself, what's the big deal about a painless stick tile?
Well, we can tell you why we like it. It's durable, stylish, and very budget friendly.
It's also easy to install and easy to clean. Welcome to our channel with Daires and Akilah Grant.
And before we get into this, we want to invite you to subscribe to our channel. If you've already done so, thank you for your support. We have another DIY video just for you.
Welcome to our channel, we're Daires and Akilah Grant.
And in this video, we have a little confession.
We went to our local home improvement store and we saw tile displayed up on the wall.
It was beautiful, that's how they display it, but somehow we decided we were going to install luxury vinyl peel and stick as an accent wall in our bathroom.
Now we were only going to do a little bit during this project, but we decided to take it a step further.
So you're going to see us doing the most in this video. We hope that you like it, and if you do, please give us a thumbs up, share with your family and friends, and subscribe to our channel. And remember, you can DIY too.
Have any of you ever used peel and stick tile on the wall?
Or anywhere else other than the floor? If so, please leave a comment below.
If you'd like to see more videos like these, please subscribe to our channel.
Thank you.
Welcome to our video. I'm Daires and in this video, we're going to share with you how we updated our wooden ledge with peel and stick luxury vinyl tile. Instead of throwing away one of our sample tiles, we upcycled it to create a textured accent ledge as part of our bathroom makeover. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, please give us a thumbs up, share with your friends and family, and subscribe to our channel. And remember, you can DIY too. more videos like these, please subscribe to our channel.
Hi, this is Akilah Grant, and in this video we'll show you how we installed our Stainmaster luxury vinyl peel and stick groutable tile on our kitchen floor. It was a part of our kitchen makeover almost a year ago, and we are still pleased with the results. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, please share it with your friends, and of course subscribe to our channel. And remember, you can DIY too.
Okay, so this is the DIY director's cut.
Here you see our before picture with the roll vinyl tile that had so many scratches. It was discolored, it stained, and we were ready to make a big change with our kitchen makeover, and that we did. Look at how it turned out. We were so pleased with it. The Stainmaster luxury vinyl tile helped us with our kitchen transformation.
The first thing we did was take off all of the trim all around the kitchen to make sure that we could get to the vinyl.
For us, we decided that we were going to remove the old tile. It just was in such bad shape. There's some other places that you can't see, so we decided to pull it up instead of tiling over it.
So I used the 14-inch scraper to begin the process of getting all that old vinyl tile off.
Yeah, it was a lot of work.
The hardest part was the fact that the adhesive was stuck to the concrete.
Yeah, so I know you had to use a product, then we had to use water. You did a lot of scraping, and this was another reason why we didn't want to tile on top of this old tile. We really wanted to get it up.
We used Goof Off and a lot of water to soak up the adhesive
on that slab. It was really hard, and then we had to let it dry so that the concrete would be smooth enough and dry enough for the new adhesion.
The floor wasn't completely smooth, but we did the best that we could.
Oh, definitely. Due to our kitchen shape, we decided to have our tiles go horizontally across the floor so that it would appear to be wider and more spacious.
We used the brick pattern because we wanted to grout this tile, and this was the first time we've ever done this.
I didn't know that I would actually enjoy measuring the tiles, finding the halfway point, and then lining it up to make that brick pattern using the spacers and kind of taking my time before we even took the peel off the back.
While you were doing that, I was measuring and scoring the tiles to make sure that they could fit in specific places. The nice thing is that these tiles are easy to cut and easy to use.
I have to give you props, babe. You did a great job at making your templates and doing your cuts to go around the corners, the island, just all the little tight pieces that were needed, like you see here, around the counters.
This process required a little bit of patience. I had to cut and then see if it would fit that space and do that, repeat it over again until it actually fit perfectly.
Yeah, this is definitely the part where you need a lot of patience.
When peeling the backing off the tile, we had to make sure that we peeled it off slowly so that it wouldn't rip right off the tile.
Right, there would be some pieces still stuck on there, and then it affected the adhesion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. And then you see, well, we sped it up here, so it looks like you're doing it fast. But when you lay them down, you also have to make sure you're laying them in the same direction. So this is the part where you have to take your time because you get excited because this is where you see your floor
just come together.
Yeah. So you want to take your time, use your spacers to kind of know how far to push it down or push it in to keep your grout line straight. And those spacers are fabulous.
Yeah, they really helped us a lot. The peel and stick tile made it easy to install in the laundry area.
Right, you see the damage by the door, and because they're different, individual tiles, it just flowed right into our laundry area. This is the part that many people skip, but our little helpers were ready to roll and flatten the tile.
The manufacturer suggested that we use the roller for good adhesion and to level the tiles.
And since this was our first time, we were like, let's do it, everything that we're supposed to do. The kids were having fun, so
they did a great job.
They did.
It's important to remember to use the roller before you grout.
Here you see us putting the pre-mixed grout into the storage bag where we cut a hole at the end and kind of used it like a baker's bag with frosting, and this allowed us to put the grout right in the grout lines.
I used the angle technique to spread the grout and fill all the gaps.
Yeah, and then we just wiped it off after we put it in. You see me using the
knee pads.
Yeah, you need that. And then just using hot water, was it?
It was hot water that worked best with it.
And we just wiped off the tiles.
Yeah, you wiped off all the excess grout to make sure it didn't harden on the tiles. After we were all done, there was this one tile that I had to redo.
You did not like it, so we called the manufacturer and they said to use a heat gun to pull it up, but we had a blow dryer to take it out.
Then I cut out one tile to slide under the door jamb to continue the brick pattern.
This worked really well for the transition between the kitchen and the laundry room without using all the different pieces and having the grout lines kind of like jagged. It was really a good job. Now that we were done with our little repair, it was time for the finishing touches.
I added new trim and caulked on the top and bottom to give it my special DIY look.
This by far was our biggest DIY project yet, and I have to say we're impressed with how this floor turned out.
Yeah, I really like the brick pattern, and I like the oyster travertine look, and I like the fact that it was easy to use as a product.
It was, and to grout it, I'm glad we decided to grout. I'm glad we decided to do the brick pattern. I mean, look at that. That was our kitchen before, that was our floor, and look at it now.
Yeah, it makes a big difference, and our family really likes it. Hi, I'm Daires Grant, DIY Power Couple, and if you're new to our channel, welcome. Here you'll find DIY inspirations for your next project. In this video, we're going to show you how we installed Underlayment as a part of our peel and stick flooring project. If you like videos like these, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and share with your family and friends. And remember, you can DIY too. This is a picture before and a picture after it was tiled. We had to remove old flooring to get to the concrete subfloor. It took some time, but we finally got it done. The subfloor was pretty rough, but we took off as much glue as possible. We had to figure out what type of underlayment we were going to use for this project. We decided to use titanium underlayment. After removing some of the planks, we still had to remove some of the nails out of the wall. We found out that plywood underlayment is lightweight and easy to move around. We placed the sides next to each other that we did not have to cut, which helped to give us our straight lines. We took time to measure the space so that the boards would fit perfectly. Since this was my first time cutting, I tried different techniques to see which one was best. Use the handsaw for straight lines. We used the subfloor glue to adhere our underlayment to the subfloor. You can either push the long metal lever or pump the caulk gun to release the glue. This time around, I chose to pump the caulk gun. We added small pieces of underlayment in areas that were harder to reach. We glued the edges and middle of the board so that it would stick to the subfloor. We also applied pressure to the board so that it would stay flat. This is where you could use screws if you have a subfloor that is also wood. Again, we made sure to glue both panels in place of using screws to secure them to the concrete subfloor. Be mindful that the glue will actually stick to your fingers. That's why I'm using gloves. Here's a few things that may help you during your project. This underlayment helped us to have a seamless transition, so there was no need for a threshold. This was a great project and we were pleased with the results.
If you'd like to see more videos like these, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Hi, I'm Daires Grant, and I'm here with my helper,
Daires Grant Jr.
If you're new to our channel,
welcome.
Here you'll find DIY inspiration for your next project. In this video, we're going to show you how we installed peel and stick tile in a diamond pattern to create our foyer.
If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up.
Subscribe to our channel and share with your family and friends. And remember, you can DIY too.
These are the before and after pictures of our foyer after we installed the tiles in a diamond shape pattern. This part of the flooring is why we had to update this area. This particular tile caught our eye and it was on clearance.
We had to choose the right tile.
So we chose the 18 by 18 inch tiles because we could use less tiles and we just wanted to try it out. We laid out the tiles to compare the stack pattern to the diamond pattern. We started by removing the quarter round. Then we removed the wood to create the foyer area. The reason we had to get this up was because we had to get a new door. They put this down like it was supposed to be there forever. My wife wanted to get in on this action.
My mom was working really hard.
She told me this is one way of how she relieves her stress.
The professionals who installed the door repaired the frame.
I liked when we picked out our new door.
We were pleased with how the door looked, so now it was time to purchase the underlayment. We glued the underlayment to the floor to create an even surface.
I was shaking up foam insulation.
We used it to fill in the gaps by the door before we laid in the tiles.
That looks satisfying.
We scraped off and removed all of the excess foam. We put the first tile in the center of the foyer against the transition because it's the most visible tile, and it was placed at a 45-degree angle.
We're getting ready to peel the tile. At first, it was kind of hard for me to peel. After a while, I got the hang of it. I like helping you, Dad.
You helped me out a lot, and I really appreciated it.
It was fun working together.
I had to use the spacers when cutting the tile to make sure they didn't cross over the threshold. For the corners, we did something a little different. We cut them at an angle to fill the space. They didn't disrupt the pattern as a whole.
It's time to grout.
We use diagonal swipes to fill in the gaps when grouting. Some tiles didn't stay stuck to the underlayment, so we used an adhesive.
Our lines turned out great.
The diamond pattern made our created foyer appear wider. We were pleased with the final look.
If you'd like to see more videos like these, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.
Welcome to our video, we're Daires and Akilah Grant.
And today you're in for a treat. This video we're going to show you how we used HEXAGON Luxury Stainmaster Peel and Stick Vinyl Tile on our small bathroom floor, and we loved it.
And at the end of this video, we're going to share with you some pros and cons on how we use this peel and stick tile.
So we hope you like this video. If you do, please give us a thumbs up, share with all your friends, and subscribe to our channel. And remember, you can DIY too. So this is our small bathroom before we did the second makeover.
And this is after the second makeover where we used the HEXAGON tiles.
It all started with a pipe leak under our bathroom floor where contractors had to come in and smooth the concrete.
So I'm helping our helpers to take off the old flooring, and at the same time we're teaching them how to do their own DIY projects.
Yeah. You can see they really get into it. But the purpose was to clean off all of the old tile and get it ready for our new HEXAGON tiles. When I saw the look of the peel and stick tiles compared to the ceramic tiles, I convinced you that we needed to try it.
At first I was a little hesitant because we've never done this before, but we went ahead and got 3 boxes and
Got to work. One of the first things we had to do is lay out all the tiles to make sure we had enough, and to also make sure where we were going to start the tiles and end, we had some symmetry so we didn't have like these small cuts.
Most people would tile up to their baseboard, but since we were replacing all of our baseboards, I used a line to mark where the tile will go to the wall. You can see here I'm trying to cut the tile while it's in place, but it was pretty hard, so I took it to another area and I was able to cut it very easily.
Yeah, the nice thing about these tiles is that they're a little bit thinner than the peel and stick tiles we've used before, and making the cuts are easier.
Yeah, a lot simpler.
So we laid down all of our tiles and tried to find where the most visible part of our bathroom would be, and that's where we laid the first tile.
This project required a lot of spacers.
Yes.
So we used them to make sure that the sides in the tiles didn't stick. I mean, didn't. we made sure that the tiles didn't shift.
But they still did. So that was the only drawback, I think, from using these HEXAGON tiles. The sticky wasn't as sticky as we thought, which I guess was good because we needed to move it around and shift it. But getting all of those grout lines straight with all of the spacers was pretty difficult.
It looks like you're really working on that one right there too. You're trying to make sure that sucker doesn't move, because I'm sure it moved several times on us.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna step on it. I'm applying pressure so it would stick.
I'm freehanding a semicircle on this tile so that I can place it under the flange.
This tile is important because it affects so many of the other tiles in the pattern.
I'm actually using pruning shears to cut this tile. We tried to use scissors before, but they didn't work as well, so we decided to use the shears.
And what's nice is that these tiles do not need a wet saw. We can just use either shears or box cutters to make our shapes and cut our edges.
For my hands, these pruning shears help me to cut smoother edges. We found it is best to cut the tile while the backing is still on it.
Right, because then the adhesive won't get all on your shears or, cutting device.
The tiles around the flange will help to keep the toilet stable, and it will help to create a nice seal.
Here's where our concrete was a little uneven due to the repair, but having the small tiles, it was easy to kind of cover up the unevenness, but we did have to use some extra adhesive on the back of the tile. Now in this area, we didn't tile all the way up to the wall because the vanity was going to go on top, and we used the tiles kind of to level the floor.
This is an example of a smaller corner cut before we put the baseboard in.
We were finally done with sticking down all of the tiles.
Yeah, you can see how we had room on both sides to put the baseboards in again.
We loved how our floor was starting to look. It looked like real ceramic tile.
This is the next step when we're using pre-mixed grout.
And you have to be sure that you're using grout for vinyl tiles because there is pre-mixed grout for ceramic tiles, but you want to make sure that the grout that you use is specifically designed for vinyl tiles.
We cut the plastic bag on the bottom corner and put the grout inside. We apply grout directly on the grout line to minimize waste.
We noticed with the hexagon tiles versus square tiles, there was so much more grout that we had to wipe up.
Yeah, because the additional grout lines required more patience when we had to grout.
We changed our water bucket many times. I have to say this project was, wow, we learned a lot and it required a lot of patience.
Yeah, I'm glad we were able to work together and transform our small bathroom again. Here's an up-close look of the tiles after we grouted.
For our project, we installed waterproof baseboards and quarter rounds, and we used power grab instead of nailing them in.
We used a waterproof caulk because we're working in the bathroom. I like to caulk the top and the bottom of the quarter round with my finger.
This is our before, and this is our after with the Grecian marble hexagon tiles. So here's our list of pros and cons we wanted to share for this project.
We hope this helps if you decide to work with hexagon tiles.
One thing for sure, our bathroom is better than before.
And if you'd like to see more videos like these, please subscribe to our channel.
Thank you.
We're going to share with you how you can make an accent wall in your laundry room.
Home improvement.
With love.
And remember, you can
DIY too. Hi, this is Akilah Grant, and in this video we'll show you how we use smart tiles to create our kitchen backsplash, and we love it. It's so easy to do. I hope that you like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. And remember, you can DIY too.
This is how the backsplash looked before smart tiles. We were pleased with how easy it was to achieve this look.
We used the Smart Tiles finishing edger and other tools to help us with this easy project. Before beginning, you want to use a powerful degreaser to make sure your surface is nice and clean before you begin putting your tiles on top.
Since our kitchen did not have a corner, we started at the end of the countertop. We used the leveler to draw across the wall to keep the lines straight. Then we installed the finishing edge to begin our tile.
Our leveler was used to help us keep all of our lines straight as we begin.
We used an old school paper cutter to cut the overlap tabs for our starter tile. It was easier for us to use when cutting a full page than using a box cutter.
We carefully peeled the backing and lined up our first tile with the finishing edge. We slowly peeled the back off of the tile and installed it, keeping it aligned with our guideline. These peel and stick tiles were very easy to work with, so if you made a mistake, you could pull it up a little bit and then adjust. You install the second sheet by placing the overlap tabs on the first one. You can gently use your finger to press them in place with the pattern. You don't want to press too hard until the very end.
It's easy to cut around outlets. Just outline a shape and use a box cutter. Once the shape has been cut, it easily installs around the outlet.
This worked out well for us. We did not have to learn how to place tile and grout around them. So using the smart tiles, even in a small, tiny place like this, was easy to cut out and place and follow the same pattern.
This is the area behind the stove, and because we used the straight edge, everything lined up.
We now had to tackle the other side of the kitchen. This was more challenging because we decided to tile up our window opening and around the sink. This was something that didn't follow the same pattern that the tiles normally went with the overlapping tabs, but we found a way to make it work, and with these easy smart tiles, the pattern still looked very nice.
Because of the tile pattern that we used, it was easy to camouflage the lines. Now it was time to add the finishing touches.
This project produced many spare pieces of tile, so we decided to cover a coaster for our plant.
We used a gray caulk to seal between the tile and the countertop. We used water and our finger to smooth the caulk line.
All in all, this was a fairly easy DIY project that took a lot of patience but yielded beautiful results.
Hi, we're Daires and Akilah Grant of DIY Power Couple.
And today we want to thank all of our subscribers and those of you who have viewed and commented on our peel and stick accent wall DIY video.
In this video, we're going to give you an 8-month update and respond to some of your comments on how the tiles are still holding up.
And at the end of this video, we are going to see how the accent wall looks today and share a special announcement. And if you like update videos like these, please give us a thumbs up,
Share with your family and friends, and subscribe to our channel. And remember, you can DIY too. So for everyone who gave us positive feedback and all the great comments and who said they loved our teamwork, we just want to say thank you.
Yes.
We really appreciate you, and thank you for watching our videos.
It helps us and it encourages us, and we're glad that it's helping you. So please continue watching, binge watching, and sending in your comments.
So KT commented, "Looks luxurious. I think it would add a little more luxury to build a custom frame around the mirror."
Well, KT, we agree with you.
Yeah.
And so you can check out how we built a custom frame for this mirror. And we also installed floating shelves with a rail in this bathroom since that accent wall. You can also find the videos for the floor and the makeover we did in our bathroom cabinets. So a comment came in from Jill McGilwain. It says, "That looks great. I was going to try that, but someone told me you can't put tile on wall."
Well, Jill, let me tell you a little story. I went to the home improvement workshop and I noticed that they had tile displayed on the wall vertically. So I asked the guy, "How did you do that? You know, how did you get it to stay on that board?" And so he showed me how they did it. I came home, told Akilah how to do it.
That's how we got the idea, because at first we were just gonna put tile behind our light fixture. We thought we were done.
Yeah.
But then it looked so good, we kept going.
Yeah.
So
that was my favorite one.
Yeah, because actually that DIY was only supposed to be used with some leftover tile, but it ended up becoming this accent wall that we just went with.
I like the fact that we went all the way up the tile, up the wall.
Yes.
And I have to say that this was probably one of my favorite projects to do.
It was. I mean, you saw the way our wall looked before.
Yeah.
You saw that.
So these tiles definitely improved the bathroom.
It was a great fix. So thanks for your comment.
So yes, Jill, you can tile on the wall.
Because why can't you? And the nice thing about DIY is you can be as creative as you want. So here's one from Lisa Hall. I love this. We're putting some peel and stick wood flooring in our back hall. I started watching one of your videos for tips, and now we might end up with peel and stick tile everywhere. That's exactly how we feel. And we do have peel and stick tile.
Yeah, we have it everywhere in the house. So okay, so we got a comment from Money Making Mike G. He says, "This came out great. Painting the HVAC register and cutting the tile to match the trim lines made all the difference. I subbed to channel and wishing you guys the most success with the house, life, and the channel. Hoping all is well. Dirty Jersey out." Well, Mike, thanks, man.
And we want to talk about the register or the air vent. We had a lot of comments about painting it, and actually guys, we didn't even plan, we didn't even realize the vent was there.
Yeah, we didn't even notice that vent until we got up to that point. And so I went out to the garage, picked up some paint that we had, some, what do you call that paint?
Sample paint.
Just sample paint.
Our daughter picked it out.
And so we went up there and started painting it. I know a lot of people were saying, maybe you should take the register off.
And spray paint it.
And spray paint it, or just try to paint it while
But
it's
really,
off.
we didn't even know how to do it now that we had tiled around it.
Yeah, once we tiled around it,
We didn't want to
take it off. So that's why we left it on while we were, doing painting it.
And we went with the gray color. We were trying to kind of blend it. So it was a last minute type of thing that sometimes happen in DIY.
So we have another comment from Deborah Murray. She says, OMG, you two, that looks like you paid a lot of money to have it done. So professional. Thanks for sharing. Just was scrolling by and stopped to watch. Well, now I'm hooked on your channel.
Heart face, heart face, heart face.
Yeah, so thank you, Deborah.
And you know what's nice about the DIY accent wall?
Yeah.
With the materials, it was less than $100. The tiles are about $2 per tile. And we get asked, where are they? Where can we find them? We purchased them at Lowe's, and they are
Style Select.
Style Selection, I think it was. They were Stainmaster, now they're Style Selection. And you can see that on the video. And so I think we used like 3 boxes.
Yeah, we had a box, and so we went back and bought 2 more boxes.
Yeah.
And I think at that time, that's when we probably bought the adhesive as well.
Yeah, the adhesive for us was the most expensive because we already had the grout, we already had the ladder. So it's a pretty budget-friendly DIY as well. So
yeah, and it's easy to do because all you have to use is a box cutter and you're good to go.
Yes, thank you, Deborah.
So we got a comment here from Artemis 2. He said, beautiful job. I would have been tempted to just keep going and do all the walls. What made you decide to use flooring adhesive? Did you think the adhesive on the tile itself would be sufficient for the application? So Artemis, thank you for your comment. And the reason we used, well, first of all, we kept going up this wall because it started looking really good.
Mm-hmm.
I actually wanted to do all the walls like you were saying because I started thinking about doing it on the ceiling. I wanted to know how to do that. That might be another video in the future. We didn't think that the adhesive only on the tile itself would be just enough, especially being in the bathroom where there's moisture. So that's why we used the moisture control adhesive on this project.
That was specially formulated for vinyl tiles.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the reasons is because when you put the tile on floors, gravity helps it to bond. And so since we weren't having that on our walls, we wouldn't have gravity to hold it and bond it. We used a little bit of adhesive. The other reason is because if you see in the beginning of the video, our walls were not very smooth and we had a lot of unevenness. So we put some of the adhesive on like little divots or parts of the wall that weren't as smooth, and we were hoping to kind of fill in the gap. But we did want the adhesive from the tile to touch the wall and our extra adhesive. Okay, so we have one from Sierra. She says, I had a few tiles fall off the wall. Should I reapply the adhesive another layer? Let one coat dry, then adhere?
Now, we're not professionals.
So what we did in our application is that we primed the wall with mildew resistant primer. We used a minimal amount of adhesive on the tile so that the adhesive that's already on the tile could also bond with the wall. So another comment comes from Susan Bethia. I hope I pronounced that right. I love the DIY project and I love your working together. I really like how you added the grout to make sure the edges were clean. That was a clever addition. Awesome project, great job. Well, thank you so much, Susan. We love the grout too, and that was actually hubby's idea.
Yeah, even though we didn't have the spacers on this project, we still wanted the grout because it actually gives it a smooth finished look. And so that's the reason why we chose the grout
without these spacers.
Yes, and we had some leftover grout from another project, and even when the adhesive was kind of coming through the sides, we'd wipe it off, and the grout kind of just smoothed, and like he said, evened out the project. So we said, well, let's just try it, and I think maybe that's helping with sealing the tiles to the wall still.
It's also, I believe it's part of what's helping with the moisture. We have the moisture control that's on the adhesive, but I think that because we're making each panel almost like a big old huge sealant wall, I think that's helping to keep the moisture from the shower, from the shower and the water getting in. So we have a comment from Ryan Goyet. He says, that looks amazing. We were renovating most of our house and we found a ceramic big tile, but that has the slate or concrete color and finish. We were planning on doing it on the floor and walls, but geez, maybe we should rethink and save ourselves a lot of work and use the peel and stick. It also won't be as cold to the touch. And Ryan, you're right, it's not cold to the touch.
It's really easy to apply and it's lightweight. So I know ceramic tiles can be heavy and you may not want to put it as high. You know, we have very high ceilings in the bathroom, and these tiles were so easy for us to create a stone wall look without the stone wall heaviness. So.
And they're very easy to cut compared to ceramic, as you know.
Yes, so super easy. So we were pleased, and thank you for your comment. Okay, we have another comment from Model Chick New York. Just subscribe to your channel. Beautiful job and neat idea to use peel and stick tile. It looks professional. I like that you painted the vent black as it blended in rather well. One question, how much damage will the tiles do to the wall if you have to remove the tiles as you used an adhesive and grout? Will it be difficult to remove, and what do you use to remove the tiles from the wall?
Well, Model Chick, one of the things that we did in another video was we used her hair dryer and applied some heat to the tile, and that allowed for the adhesive to come right on off the floor.
So manufacturers tell you to use a heat gun, but you can use a hair dryer. What we're gonna do when we remove the tiles, when that time comes, we'll probably do what we did again. Try to clean the wall or sand the wall as much as we can, and then add a primer, paint with primer, and get the wall clean, as smooth as we can, and probably we'll use another peel and stick tile. Okay, so we have another one from Susan Cocking. She says, I love it, good quality works. Thanks for sharing. I'm going to try it and do my bathroom, from the UK.
Well, Susan, we want to just give out some love from the US to the UK. And thank you for your comment, and thank you for watching the video. We have another comment from Major Sounds. He says, love the ladder attachment used to protect the walls. Thank you for your comment, Major. We really appreciate that. So let me tell you a small story. I was helping a friend and we were on his roof, and I noticed that they had a ladder attachment. And when I saw that, I noticed that the ladder didn't slide. So that's one of the reasons why I decided to get a ladder attachment, because it really does work and it will help your ladder to not move.
And it's called a ladder stabilizer, and we'll put a link in the description below. Okay, we have one from Sure. It says, looks great, but keep in mind that this voids the warranty.
Sure, you are right. This does void warranty.
But since we were, installing the tiles on the wall, we knew that it wouldn't get the same damage and wear that tiles get when they're on the floor. So we were willing to
just go forward with the project.
Yeah. So now we're at the end of this video, and let's take a look at the accent wall after 8 months.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm standing on the sink, so I'm going to show you it up close.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Okay. So you see how the tiles are still there, and the grout lines. We haven't had any peeling from the corners or anything. So we'll take a look around where the vent is, if you guys can see that.
Show you the other side here. It still looks pretty good. And remember, this is the first time we've ever tried this.
Yeah. Well, thankful no pieces of tile have fallen on our head.
Nope, not a single one, not even that one up in the corner.
Yeah.
None of them have fallen, and so we're very happy with the fact that they stayed up.
Yes, and they're still looking good. So thank you all for your support, your comments, your likes, everything. All of you that have subscribed. And remember to go to our website at
www.diypowercouple.com.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.